sweet family, welcome. Welcome once again to Sweet Annie's Life. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Annie, and this channel deals with a combination of things. It deals with health, it deals with in the kitchen with Annie, which could be making food. It deals with a little bit of hair, some skin. It deals with a combination of stuff. And for those of you that are here for the first time, welcome. Welcome to the family, welcome to the community. Well, for those of you that know me and that have been with me for a while and that watch Tea Talk with Annie know how I love my teas. So today we are going to be looking at a tea blend. And the tea blend that we are looking at is going to be for, well, I'm making it was a suggestion from my daughter because she suffers with asthma and she wanted something to help her with the asthma, a tea blend that she could just, put it in the kettle. I think she doesn't have to do it herself. So that is what we're looking at today, because health has been a very important part in my life, and that is because I know the days when I was on tons of medication. I was on high blood pressure medication, I was on antidepressants, I was on a multitude of medications. And a long time ago, somebody said to me, health is wealth. And I really do believe in that, because you can have as much money in the world, and if you don't have health, you have nothing. So that's why I've been started to do this series on some health tips. I normally make this stuff for myself and for friends and stuff like that at home anyway, but I just wanted to bring you all in the kitchen to share some tips with you, because we need to take our health back. We only got one life to live, and we need to take our health back. And I know when you're young, 'cause I was like that too, and I know when you're young, you always think, oh, I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that, I got my whole life ahead of me, I got this, I got, and we just go on and go on and go on. But the younger you start to take your health back, the better it is for you, because then you will be able to slow the aging process down. Because just remember, our bodies are breaking down every day. Our bodies were designed to reset itself. They're different parts of our bodies that just are designed to reset themselves. But the reason they don't get a chance to reset themselves is because of all the things in the air, the toxins and the foods that we eat and the things that we drink, and it is just a multitude of things. So it doesn't give our bodies a chance. But this is our body, and we need to take care of it. This is our health, and we need to take care of it. I have a friend, a very close friend right now, that has been in the hospital fighting for her life for the last probably six weeks or so now. And this is what is prompting me to continue to share these things with people as well, because I have a lot of family members that died because of the lack of knowledge of stuff. And I come to realize that a lot of people don't know about health and what is good for the health and what the Lord has given us, because I mentioned this to y'all before. He gives us herbs for food and medicine. So if he gives us herb for food and medicine, we should take advantage of it. But before we go any further, let me get this out of the way. I am not a medical doctor, and everything that I am sharing with you right now is strictly for informational purposes only, and you can do the research for yourself. I'm making this for myself because sometimes I feel as though my lungs are all clogged up as well, and my daughter and my family and whoever else needs some. So, but just remember, if you are new to herbs, consult with your doctor, because I am not your doctor. Consult with your doctor and find out if it will be good for you, because if you're pregnant, nursing, or taking any kind of medication, consult your doctor before you start on any herbal regimen. So I just wanted to share this recipe with you. And you see, I'm buried under a lot of bottles. And don't think that I'm putting all of these things necessary in my tea, but all of these things are very, very good for the lungs and for asthma and breathing. And you know, it just helps. It just helps with these things. I have a list of herbs here that would be good for what I want to make this herbal tea for. And I could read off these herbs for you, but I'm just going to be putting a few of them in my tea today. And I made sure that I didn't get any herbs that were bitter, because as I told y'all, I don't like bitter teas. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. And I know that was a long introduction, but I don't like to come on and just make recipes and just do things. I like to share things with you, share stories with you. So a lot of the herbs I have here that would help with your lungs and asthma and stuff like that is, I have the Marshmellow Roots, and I'm just gonna read them off. Marshmellow Root, oregano, rosemary, nettle, echinacea, lemon balm. I have passion flower here, holy basil, ginger, yarrow, licorice root, peppermints, lungwort, ginseng, eucalyptus, elderberries, horehound, which is a bitter herb, so I don't have it here at all, lavender, thyme, and you can use some turmeric as well. I normally cook with my thyme and my turmeric and all those things, so we won't be putting that in our tea today. So let's look at, oh, and I missed one, Mullein. How can I miss that one? That one is the queen of the crop. And I missed that one. So I am going to start with my mullein, because mullein, and you can do your research yourself, because it's going to be a lot of herbs, so I'm not going to be going through all of what they're for, so you could just do your research. And this, once again, is my quarter cup. So I like to use the quarter cup so that, you know, I could get everything basically. And this is my mullein leaf, and this is a quarter cup of the mullein. And because mullein is so good for the lungs, I put a little bit more. And then I am also going to use some nettle. And the reason I'm going to be using the nettle is because the nettle is good for like, it's a sort of an antihistamine, and it's a diuretic as well, so be careful. And I like the nettle because it is good for allergies, you know, eczema, things like that. It's good for allergies in general. So if you want some tea to use during allergy season, nettle tea is very good to use during allergy season, especially when you're itching and, you know, you have the itchy skin and everything. So next I am going to use some yarrow, and I am going to put a half of this quarter cup of the yarrow. Actually, you know, I just put a full thing of the yarrow. Marshmellow root. Marshmellow root is also another good one that I will be using in our tea. And I did not full the quarter cup, so I use half of that. And I have some ginger root here, and I'm using the ginger root because ginger, you know, it burns, so it opens up the airwaves and everything. I remember when I was younger, my gran used to give us ginger tea for everything. She used to give us ginger tea if we had stomach problems like digestion. She used to give us ginger tea if we had air in our stomach. You know, it was like everything was ginger tea. So I am going to be using my quarter cup of my ginger here. And then I'm not even sure if I called this one when I was calling out the things, but I have some Tulsi here, some holy basil. I am going to be using a little of that as well, a quarter cup of that. And I am going to be, wow, this smells so good. I don't know what is it that is in there. That probably is the ginger. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of peppermint. Gonna use some peppermint in here as well. And I know this might seem like a lot of herbs in one tea, but a lot of them, you know, although they're good for asthma in the lungs and clearing the airways and all that, they have their own properties. They're good for so many different things. And then I have licorice root here as well, but I have the powder, so I'm not using any powder in my tea today. And the next herb that I am going to use, I hope that y'all are enjoying this too. I hope I am enjoying it. I just love, this is what I love. This is my element, and this is what I love. Because a long time ago, when I had a dream, or when I still have a dream, I did not know that my dream would lead me to doing this sort of stuff. But because of all the deaths and all the sicknesses that I see around me, we need, and this is my slogan from the time I started, we need to take our health back. You know, it's okay. It's okay. The doctors have their place. They are good at what they do and all of that. But we need to take our health back. So these things would help with your lungs and with your asthma. And you just take, when you mix this tea, you just take a tablespoonful and you steep it in some water and you have a cup of tea, you know, and it helps. And this is, for those of you that know me, this is one of my favorites, and that is rosemary. And this, I love the smell of rosemary, and I put rosemary in it just because rosemary tastes good with anything. And then if you wanted to, you can add some hibiscus to your tea to give it some color, some nice pretty color, and some great health benefits as well. And you know, you can add whatever you want to your tea. And just remember, you don't have to put in like all the herbs that I put in. You could put in 3 herbs that you might have. This is my bottle that I'm going to store it in. You might put in 3 herbs that I called here, that might be good. Mullein is a great herb, so just let that be one of your herbs. And then you could use some nettle, and you could use some ginger. That is an awesome tea just by itself there. And you know, I put in all these things just because. And I'm just gonna give it a little stir. This smells so good. All the combination of the herbs. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Let me move these things from here so that you can see a little better. And this is going to be our tea, and it's going to help with the lungs. It's going to help if you coming down with a bug, if you suffering with some wheezing due to asthma. It's going to help with these things. So once again, I am not a medical doctor, and don't take this as medical advice. I am just sharing a recipe with you because that's what I want to do. That's what I love to do. I love to share things with my family, and I had to make this morning, so I decided I would share it with you. And if you're gonna come on and tell me that I'm doing too much talking, don't even waste your time, because this is what this channel is all about. And if you don't like the way how I have my channel, then you don't have to stay. All right? So our herbal tea, and I am very proud of this tea. My daughter is gonna have a tea blend that she can use, you know, when she's feeling all stuffed up and when her asthma wants to kick in, because she uses the inhaler. But if we can heal those lungs so that she doesn't have to use the inhaler anymore, that'd be great. So family, thank you so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Annie, and if you enjoyed this recipe, you know what to do. Consider giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe. And this is what I always like to say: we only have one body. We need to take our health back. And as much as I love being before you in the kitchen, this is the time that we need to take care of our health a little bit more because of what we see that is going on. So let your light shine and continue every day to spread the love, because without love, we are nothing. So have an awesome day.